You tell yourself, I deserve this. It's been a long week. And you're exhausted. That $80 candle feels like a reward, a little sparkle of peace in the chaos. But deep down, you know it's not just about the candle. It's about filling something deeper that money can't really fix. We've been told spending is self-love. Ads say, you're worth it, like buying lipstick equals confidence. But wait, why does empowerment come with a receipt? Society sold us the fantasy that power lives in the mall, not in our mindset. Retail therapy feels like self-care, but it's emotional debt in disguise. That quick dopamine hit fades fast. What's left? The guilt, the stress, the overdraft. It's like borrowing happiness from your future self, with interest. If you don't face what's really going on, this habit won't just drain your wallet, it'll drain your power. Every impulse swipe is a vote for stress. But awareness? That's your first act of freedom. Hey beautiful people, I'm Bella, and welcome to Money Talk Real Talk. Smart Money with Bella. So grab your iced coffee, hit that subscribe, and let's talk about the money traps hiding behind your shopping cart. This video is for education and empowerment, not financial advice. But today, we're breaking down why retail therapy isn't self-care, it's self-sabotage, and how to break free without giving up joy. You know that little thrill when you hit add to cart? That rush isn't random, it's your brain releasing dopamine, the same chemical that fires when you fall in love or win something big. For a few minutes, it feels like you've found instant happiness in a box. But here's the trap: once the package arrives, that high fades fast. Suddenly, the excitement turns into guilt, like an emotional hangover you didn't plan for. The same thing that made you feel powerful now makes you feel powerless. A recent survey found that 73% of women admit they've shopped to cope with stress or sadness. It's not just about buying things, it's about trying to buy back control, comfort, or confidence for a moment. But emotional spending never fills the real gap. Imagine if that same dopamine hit came from watching your savings grow instead of your closet. Every dollar you keep is a step closer to your freedom, not just another outfit. Like Buffett said, if you buy things you don't need, soon you'll have to sell things you do. You ever notice how ads don't really sell stuff, they sell feelings? They whisper, you deserve this, when what they really mean is, we know your insecurities. Every color, every song, every word like treat yourself is carefully designed to hit your emotions, not your logic. The truth? The average woman sees over 6,000 ads a day, most of them selling her an idea of self-worth. 60% more than men. That's wild. It's like we're constantly being told who we should be, instead of deciding for ourselves who we want to be. But once you start seeing the pattern, it's freeing. You stop falling for the emotional bait and start asking, do I really want this? Or was I just sold a feeling? That's where your power comes back. Awareness is the first act of rebellion. Like Seth Godin said, marketing is a contest for people's attention. Don't give yours away for free. Your focus is your currency, spend it wisely. Because when you control your attention, you control your story. You've probably heard people say, it's just a latte. But what if that $6 coffee isn't really about caffeine, it's about comfort? Every time we swipe for a little treat, we're not just buying coffee, we're buying a moment of relief. It's not really the $6 that's keeping you broke, it's how often you're using money to fix a feeling. Maybe it's stress from work, or loneliness after a long week. But those small treat-yourself moments add up faster than we realize. Spending just $25 a week on impulse buys doesn't sound like much, right? But that's $1,300 a year, enough for a vacation, a side hustle fund, or paying off a debt. Tiny choices shape your big picture. So next time you're tempted to treat yourself, pause and ask, am I buying comfort now or freedom later? Like Oprah said, you can have it all, just not all at once. Maybe this is your moment to choose peace over impulse. True self-care doesn't come in a box or with a receipt. It's not the skincare haul or the cute candle you bought after a long week. It's giving yourself permission to rest. Sometimes self-love means doing nothing and being totally okay with that. Real self-love is in the boundaries you set. It's saying no to another brunch invite when your budget says not this week. It's choosing long-term peace over short-term pleasure and knowing that's a flex, not a loss. And when you do spend, It's intentional. You light that candle not because you're stressed or guilty, but because you planned for it, earned it, and it fits your life. That's not deprivation, that's empowerment. As Ariana Huffington once said, we think, mistakenly, that success is about how much time we put in, not the quality of the time we give ourselves. So, give yourself permission to pause. That's the real glow up. You know that rush you get from buying something new? It fades so fast, right? What if that same excitement came from creating something that's yours, a project, a passion, or even a small side hustle that makes you proud instead of guilty? Instead of buying identities, build them. Every dollar you spend tells a story, make it one that empowers you. You're not what you buy, you're what you create, what you build, and how you grow. Millennial women spend about $3,000 a year on feel-good buys, but most can't even remember 80% of what they bought. Imagine if that same money went into a skill, a business idea, or something that pays you back. You have the power to rewrite your money story. Start small. Start messy, but start. Like Marie Forleo says, everything is figurable. Your next chapter doesn't start at checkout, it starts with your creativity. Catch the feeling before you swipe. You know that moment you've had a rough day, and suddenly, that add to cart button feels like a hug. But before you click, take a breath, pause, and just ask yourself, what am I really trying to fix right now? Sometimes we spend not because we need something, but because we need comfort. That rush of dopamine feels like relief, but it's only temporary. Real comfort comes when you face the feeling, not fill it with another purchase. Here's the science part. Psychologists say most emotional impulses fade after 90 seconds if you don't act on them. That means, if you just breathe, wait, and let it pass, the urge will lose its power. 90 seconds can literally save your bank account. Give yourself that pause. It's not restriction, it's freedom in disguise. Like Brené Brown says, we cannot selectively numb emotions. When we numb the painful, we also numb the joyful. Feel the moment. Trust yourself, and choose peace over purchase. Let's be honest, nothing hits like that little rush when you buy something new. But what if that same excitement could come from your own progress? Imagine feeling that same dopamine high every time you hit a savings goal or check off a personal milestone. Swap retail rewards with real rewards, things that fuel your life instead of emptying your wallet. That dopamine hit? You can get it from progress, not packages. Each time you take a step toward your dream, your brain celebrates too. Research even shows people who track their goals weekly are 42% more likely to achieve them. So grab your planner, your app, or your journal, whatever works. What matters is that you keep score of your own growth, not your shopping history. Celebrate small wins. Budget nights with wine, walks with friends, journaling your milestones. Because like James Clear said, you don't rise to your goals, you fall to your systems. So build systems that feel like joy, not punishment. Retail therapy promises relief, but it delivers regret. The real glow up is emotional clarity and financial peace. When you start treating money as energy, not escape, you'll realize the power was never in the purchase. It's always been in you. If this hit home, drop your thoughts in the comments, let's talk about it. Hit like, subscribe, and share this with your girls who say just one more haul. Your voice matters. What's your relationship with money? Have you ever bought something to feel better? Let's talk about it below. This is Money Talk, Real Talk. Smart Money with Bella. See you next time, and remember, healing your wallet starts by healing your worth.